Hello everyone, it's PrettyKing79 here, and I am here with a review of a G1 figure, and I must first of all apologise how long it has been since I've done the Transformers review. Thanks to all of you who have been long-time subscribers, and thanks for your patience of sticking around and not unsubbing. Those of you who've been watching my vlogs will know how horrendous the last few months have been for myself, but things are getting a bit back on track. As far as YouTube is concerned, I'm not going anywhere. I will continue to do reviews of old retro toys, things that interest me. I'm a bit of an old fart when it comes to toy collecting. I do tend to collect the vintage stuff. I don't really buy a lot of new stuff. That said, I have picked up a few bits and bobs over this year, and I will be doing a top 5 review of toys from this year. But I don't buy all of, certainly don't buy prime stuff, and I don't buy massive amounts of new figures. So, that's me. But those of you who've been watching my videos for the last 3 and a bit years will already know that. Also, a big thanks to the few people that have subbed in the last few months, where I've been a little bit slow on making videos. But anyway, enough of that. If you've just searched for a review of Crosshairs, you don't want to hear all that rubbish. You just want to have a look at the toy. So here we are, Targetmaster Crosshairs from 1987, an original G1 first wave Targetmaster. One of 3 Autobots that came out. Well, 6 if you can count Cup, Hot Rod and Blur, but the basic 3 Targetmasters of new characters is this guy, Sure Shot and Point Blank. Crosshairs was almost my favourite as a kid. I just loved his alt mode. I don't know why. I mean, it's cool. It's a cool little buggy thing, but I remember being really enamoured with it as a kid. I never actually owned any of the Autobot Targetmasters as a kid, the original ones anyway, other than Hot Rod. But my friend did have this guy, and because of that, that's kind of how I had a sort of an affection for him. So he was the first one that I picked up when I got back into adult collecting, and yeah, he's a cool little figure, but there are quite a few things that can go wrong with this guy, as you'll find out as I talk about the review. But anyway, vehicle mode. It's standard G1 vehicle. Wheels go back and forward, but it doesn't really do a lot. Obviously, he's got a whacking great gun on the top. That, of course, is his Targetmaster companion pinpointer, who transforms like so. The Targetmasters didn't have the articulation that the Headmasters did. Obviously, the Headmasters had articulation on the hand, on the arms, and on the legs. These guys don't. He can bow if he wants to, but that's about it. So because of that, I mean, that's not the only reason, but that's the main reason. I'm not as enamoured with the Targetmasters as the Headmasters. As I said, I didn't really have a great deal of them as a kid, but I had shitloads of Headmasters because Headmasters are awesome. The other reason I don't think they're quite as good as Headmasters is that the robots, the Nebulians, cannot fit inside the vehicle. In vehicle mode, obviously the Headmasters have got a hatch, the head can go inside. Obviously the gun can go on the top, that's fine, but it would have been nice, looking back, to have that, and that's part of the reason I think I didn't sort of like them as much. But the articulation of these guys is probably another reason, and they're not as big as well. But anyway, so yeah, that's Pinpointer. Transformation. We'll go ahead and transform this guy into Rebel mode. It's quite a cool transformation. These come back and form the legs. Feet pop up. The wheels pop around the back, which is a very rare instance of a G1 figure having wheels being hidden, because mostly they're on display all the time in Rebel mode. Arms pop down, head pops up. Literally, it's on a spring. That's just pop up, and fists fold round like so, and we'll pop the gun in his hand. You will see in some of the promo shots of this, the gun displayed like this. Clearly that looks crap. The pop away is like this. Okay, so it just fits on there like so. There you have robot mode. Yeah, he's cool. I say that about most things I review. It's cool, but it's a nice little robot mode. But there are quite a few issues with this guy to bear in mind if you're going to pick one up. The main thing, and certainly that mine suffers from, is having very weak knees. As you can see, he tends to lean forward quite a lot. Bear in mind with that. These wheels as well are prone to being very weak, very loose, and that's got a nice little click action on it. But this one is extremely loose, so you've got to be mindful of that as well. I should have said earlier with the pin pointer as well, they are prone to having very loose legs. I don't think I've ever seen one, you know, those joints have been tight, but they would have been at some point, I'm sure. Because he's got a big white chest as well, you're going to get paint wear on that. It's really unavoidable, you know, it's very, very difficult to do that. If you're brave, you can touch it up yourself, but I did try it on a Crosshairs I owned before with Games Workshop Skull White, and this didn't match, because obviously over time the white does fade, so if you touch it up you've got to really paint the whole thing. The head as well pops up, so because it's on a spring, some of them may have issues with the head popping up, so make sure that yours doesn't have that issue. Yeah, I mean, it has a lot, you know, G1 figures are prone to wear. Obviously these toys are now knocking on for 25 years old. They are going to sort of show a little bit of wear and tear, but you know, most of us display our figures in robot mode, so if there's things that are going to be an issue in robot mode, you need to be aware of that. And I say, loose knees can be an issue. You can get him to stand okay, you just have to sort of lean back a little bit, and you know, there he is, he's fine, it's not an issue, but just be mindful of that. So, price wise, well, Targetmasters are not as expensive as Headmasters, and you can get this guy for around about the £25 mark, I would say, in a condition comparable to this. So certainly not mint, but not broken. Getting the parts separately, well, it's only got, you know, the robot and the Targetmaster. Targetmasters tend to go for between £15 and £20, and the robot, you know, maybe you could pick one up for a £5. So you know, if you want to get it separately or not, it's not going to cost you much difference either way. But yeah, he's probably the cheaper of the Autobot ones, because he doesn't have bits that are likely to break. Sure Shot has a spoiler on the back which often does get broken, and Point Blank actually has a separate part, a spoiler that separates, so he has an extra part that can go missing. So he tends to be, you know, at least about 10 or more than this guy. So yeah, my first review of the Targetmaster for a very, very long time, but I hope you enjoyed it, and there will be many more Transformer reviews coming, hopefully in the next few weeks, being Christmas and all such things. I've got a few bots I can think of put my teeth back in. There are quite a few bots I can think of that are in need of a review, so watch this space. But thanks again for everyone for their patience and persevering even with my channel, and check back again soon for more reviews. It's ta-ta for now, see you next time.